Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Start of another week. Crazy, right? Oh my goodness. There it goes. Still trying. Sometimes these last minute things, man, I'll tell you. Appreciate everybody being here today. Welcome. Appreciate you starting your week out with me. And I've had this live stream scheduled for a while, probably about a week now, because I wanted to kind of come back and visit this whole RoaringKitty thing, GameStop thing, after a bit of the dust may have settled. And we're going to take a look at where it's at today, but then we're going to contrast that to something I've talked about previously in previous live streams, our government sitting there using insider trading to make themselves freaking rich. But let's not even, not yet. All right, Chris Hanley in the house. Appreciate you being here. And yes, Chris, appreciate that advice. Make sure you're hitting that like button, everybody. Appreciate that. If you're on Facebook, I can see I got a couple people already on Facebook. Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate that. If you're watching on Twitter, well, appreciate you. Make sure you hit that heart button. It'll help me on Twitter, but you can't access the live stream from Twitter. Appreciate it. And I guess I should start out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. You'll get notified every time I go live and every time I put out a great video. Right now, I'm going live on Monday and Wednesday, right here, 10 o'clock on this channel. Friday, 7 p.m., Crypto on the Rocks. You definitely got to be here for that. It was a good Crypto on the Rocks Friday. You didn't see it, go check it out. And every Tuesday, myself, Jar, and FF on the Matrix Money podcast channel. Link to that channel in the description of this live stream. Automatic Beats in the house. As always, welcome, sir. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's go. Well, something happened. Okay, then. I can see today's going to be one of those technical difficulty mornings. Let's hope I can keep this stream going here. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Let's take a look at the markets. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me hit that refresh button. That way we're getting the latest numbers here. Cheers, by the way. And it looks like Bitcoin's going down a little bit. Started out on almost 69K when I was getting everything ready, and now down to just over 67. So a little bit on the downside going on right now. But still much higher than it was last week. I'll take it. You know, Bitcoin, I think, is showing some good signs of resilience and that kind of thing. So we got Ethereum still up over 3K, 4.2% over the last 7 days. So that's not bad. BNB is down here, but still, to me, that's holding pretty damn good, if you ask me. 572. I know we have Solana fanboys out there, including Jar, if he happens to chime into the live chat today. Look at this. Solana up 21% in the last 7 days, 5% of that in the last 24 hours. It is pushing back to Jar's break-even point there at 177.07. And I'm waiting. I know it's going to be here. Here it is. Yes, exactly. Yes. To the moon. Exactly. I knew you guys would be chiming in, so I just had to make sure I came back and got that here. And I should probably put up the not financial advice thing, because sometimes people don't. Anyway. All right, XRP back up over 50 cents, 1.3% up over the last 7 days at 51 cents. Doge looking pretty steady there in that 15-cent mark. I mean, up 5% in the last week. Cardano, 46.7 cents, up 5.2% in the last 7 days. Not bad. Let's see, AVAX. Looking pretty good, up almost 8%, 35.92. Tron pretty much steady in that 12-cent area. Chainlink, look at Chainlink. This thing is up almost 22.5% in the last 7 days. Crazy. And still, in my opinion, a good buy at $16.51. Not bad. Chainlink looking strong. BCH, again, you know what I think about BCH. Use it for what it's meant to be used for. Up 9.7% over the last 7 days. And did you see that news? The final judgment from the judge in the UK, COPA case against Craig Wright. Basically, Craig is not Satoshi. Big surprise. Anyway, let's keep going here. Matic looking good, up almost 2% at 68 cents. Again, as far as I'm concerned, still a great buy. Litecoin, again, no, use it for what it's meant to be used for, up 2% at 83.44, looking good. Uniswap, and believe it or not, there's nothing in this coffee here, folks. Uniswap is up almost 9% and $7.70, holding super steady even since the Wells notice. So good for them. What else we got? Ciberone here. I like Hedera. Hedera is still a good buy, only up just under 2%, 11 cents. Pepe. Look at Pepe. Pepe was one of the big winners. We were going to talk about that when we talk about the Roaring Kitty, GME, that kind of thing, and how some cryptocurrencies were partial benefactors of the excitement, the exuberance, and money flowing into the space. And we're going to talk about that shortly. And Pepe was one of those that was the recipient there. Let's see. Render AI. If you're looking for an AI project, look at this, down 10% over the last 7 days at $10. I don't know, not a bad buy if you're asking me. But what do I know? I don't know shit. Anyway, Immutable X, I think that's going to be a big player in this bull cycle, up almost 8%, $2.30. Let's go down a little bit more here. Filecoin, you know, it's a D pin that I like. Speaking of D pins, well, like I should probably put the preface out there because there may be people here today that don't join Crypto on the Rocks, and you should. 7 p.m. Eastern time, join in. You can come on, talk crypto live on the stream. But the other piece of what I do on Crypto on the Rocks is I put together a what I call a DCA portfolio. That portfolio, or with that portfolio, I try to show everybody how they can take as little as $25 a week, DCA into crypto, and bring in some wealth. And right now, I try to change it up every 6 months to give you an idea, because not everybody's excited about the same cryptos. So I tried to change it up a little bit. And this cycle right now that ends at the end of this month is Web3 P2E gaming, and so that's going to be wrapping up. And I'm looking for the next cycle, so from June until December. And that June till December, right now, I've decided we're going to do D-pins. That was a suggestion that was thrown out there on Crypto on the Rocks, and so now I'm starting to put together the list of cryptos, and you guys on Crypto on the Rocks going to get to vote for what I narrow it down to. So you're going to actually pretty much set up the D-pin portfolio for the second half of 2024. So make sure you're joining in to do that. I really appreciate all of the input. And what started that was this D-pin project right here, Filecoin, decentralized cloud storage, looking pretty good at 556. Stellar, again, has basically become a stable coin in that 10-cent area. Keep going here. Caspa can't not stop there, up over 3.5% at around 12 cents. For those who like the meme coins, WIF 272, it's up over 9% today, but down over 10% for the week. Let's see. Monero. I talk about privacy coins, and I still subscribe to the fact that privacy coins is going to be a huge piece of the market and a huge necessity as we go into 2025. And Monero is number 55 in market cap here. Excuse me, the biggest, pretty much, of the privacy coins, and looking good at 134.76. Thorchain, Rune, my plan is to get back to working on those videos for Thorchain, Thor swap, that kind of thing, God willing, this week. So up almost 13% so far in the last 7 days at $6.81. I think this thing is going to go crazy in this bull cycle. My humble opinion, of course, and we know, we know. And I'll take credit for that suggestion. Oh, yes. I'm like, what suggestion are you talking about? It takes so little. Yes, the deep ends. Yes, we're definitely going to do that. So automatic beats, you got to make sure you're there Friday, because if all goes well, we're going to start the voting as to what we're narrowing the deep pin projects for the next portfolio down to starting Friday, because I have to have that in place, right? Because June is literally right around the corner. Let's go a couple more here and then we'll call it. Right now, Gala is one of those Web3 P2E options you have to DCA or vote for us to DCA into. And I'll tell you what, Gala has been strong in this cycle. And I think there's going to be a lot of good things coming out of Gala, up 4.2%. Still, if you ask me, decent buy in that 4-cent range. And you know what? I think we're going to take that and run with it here at this point. Let's pull that out of there. And all right. Yes, I do automatic beats. You're always there. That's true. But just want to let you know, you got to get your votes in there. Got to get your votes in there. Yes, and Gala to the moon, of course. I appreciate that. All right. So let's start this thing out. I mean, last week, matter of fact, on the Matrix Money podcast, one of the main things that Jar and I were talking about during that stream last Tuesday, and again, tomorrow, 10 a.m. on the Matrix Money podcast channel, you can see us all there. We were talking about RoaringKitty's return and all the excitement in the market and GameStop stock prices going and AMC and how some of that was bleeding over into the crypto market, meme coins. Like I said, Pepe was up, I forgot already. I think I want to say something like 80% or some such thing like that. And then we had GME and AMC meme coins built on the Solana blockchain that were going absolutely crazy along with everything else. And so we were talking about all that kind of thing. And what I wanted to do, I mean, it's great. It's exciting when you're sitting there and you're actually talking about it while it's going on and you're watching the price action and things are just going crazy. If you're on Twitter, everybody's nuts on Twitter, the whole nine. But I wanted to kind of take a minute to kind of come back and visit it like a week later. And we're going to see the exact pricing. I've got the GME and AMC price charts set to be pulled up so we can see what the active price is. Now the trading is open again. But I also wanted to revisit the whole thing for those who weren't aware for whatever reason. And then I wanted to contrast it with what's going on with our elected officials and the absolute level of collusion, corruption, and that they're taking part in on a literal daily basis. And secondly, to the fact that if you and I were to do it, what they're doing, using that insider information to go and trade stock, sell stock, whatever, we'd be in jail. But it's legit for them because, hey, they're elected officials. Not cool. Not cool at all. All right, so let's bring up let's start from the proverbial beginning here. And I mean, you all, I'm sure, saw various articles and tweets and every other thing. And I've got a couple here to bring up just to kind of refresh everything. And so right here, this article from Bitcoin.com, RoaringKitty return continues to fuel meme stock and crypto frenzy. And they list the stocks and meme coins soar. Yes, because again, meme coins were in the crypto space were recipients of some of this excitement. And I like the little picture they got here with the article in the Roaring Kitty. It's cool. But yeah, so that's how it all started. I mean, this is what, like, this guy has been basically dormant since the last time that this all happened, when, as you recall, these Wall Street was basically getting their ass handed to them. And, so all of these trading apps like Robinhood, etc., and basically stopped trading so they could basically save themselves from losing millions. This was, again, the Occupy Wall Street of that time, and causing, again, these major shorters and investment firms trying to use the leverage trading to lose their shirts. And so he was quiet during that time, like 3 years, and then he came back, and it was like, woohoo! With the tweet of the guy sitting up in the chair. I don't think I actually brought that one up, so I can't show you that one. Chris is saying, I made a decent profit from GME when it peaked. Still hold a few for fun. Damn the man. Exactly. I mean, and that's what it is. Like, I think I mentioned it in the Matrix Money podcast last week. It's and I might maybe even on my stream on Wednesday. It's basically all this whole movement was a thumb in the eye to Wall Street and the inequities of the system, and how the average person is nothing more than a wage slave, a tax slave, and if you try to get ahead, what happens? They just slap you down. And we see that in crypto every single day. I cover it all the time on live streams, and we talk about the regulations and the attempted backdoor bans on crypto, and so on and so forth. And luckily, I think I say that. I hope we're turning a bit of a corner with regard to that. But that's that. I don't want to get down that road too much. That's actually for another live stream. And honestly, I may do that live stream or make that the live stream on Wednesday. I don't know. Sit tight. I'll let you know once I figure it out. But and again here, GME meme coins skyrockets as Roaring Kitty returns. Dog meme coins on the radar next. I mean, I don't know if, again, him, Roaring Kitty coming back was the reason for the meme coins. I mean, I'm sure that just added excitement and people going in, and well, the meme coins that were up on Solana, that was obviously part of that. I'm sure he may not have necessarily had anything to do with it, but yeah, people were definitely trying to play on that fervor and that excitement and that momentum to yeah, basically ride it, make some money, right? I mean, at the end of the day, why are we all here? We're here to make some money. Just saying. But what happened? If you're here, the powers that be, the Robin Hoods, these other trading exchanges did what? They removed the buy button. So they halted trading altogether throughout the course of the run-up of the GME stock. And now this isn't even a full explanation here, but this goes back to the 14th, and where they had halted trading 34 times in the last 24 hours, as you can see here. And this spreadsheet breaks it all down. Look at this. And the irony, look, they did, 1106, 1106, 1126, 1120. They keep and it's not even for lengths of time necessarily. It's like bing, 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 bing. These, I don't know. That's their way of stopping the momentum from getting out of their control, by basically manipulating the system. Let me ask, what system do we have at our disposal that is not manipulated, or in theory is not manipulated? There may be some blockchains to talk about that, but that's crypto. We can trade it 24/7. Now remember, these, I mean, they have after hours trading and all that baloney with regard to GME and AMC. However, you know, it's all about when the bell rings, bing, and when the bell rings, bing, and getting that trading going, and so on and so forth. And there you go. Not many. Exactly. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you being live in that chat. Yeah, we have an opportunity here to be able to basically affect our own future. And that was kind of my hope, to kind of point that out and drive us in that direction with regard to what's going on and how we can maneuver that, because we are not going to get anywhere with what is going on trying to use stocks and things like Robinhood and so on and whatever. I keep mentioning Robinhood because it's probably the most popular one, but you know, nothing against Robinhood. It's not them per se. So it just is what it is. We're not going to get anywhere with those. Now, I've actually just found this right before I went live. So the link to this is not in the description of this live stream. Sorry. Sometimes I find these things last minute and then I can't update everything before I go live. It doesn't let me update stuff like 30 minutes prior. So, but I found this and it's a valid point. The popular subreddit, of 15 million plus subscribers has now banned all posts of GameStop or GME. Again, they are manipulating the system. They don't want us to win. If we win, we are not governable. Anyway, they are censoring free speech and trying to limit conversation about GameStop. Really makes you think. And I did share this. He asked to share it, etc. Blah blah blah. And I did, but it's very, very true about exactly. It's like, you know, how these social media companies, you know, the government contacts them and says, you get these tweets out of there or these posts out of there, and boom, what do? They just do it. Hey, work lurking, nothing. Got to do what you got to do. Get to work, man. Appreciate that, automatic beats. Yeah, think about this. The game, because ultimately that's what it is, right? The game is rigged against us on both sides. Because right here, I just showed you, you know, how they sit there, and I wonder if I actually did I delete it? Oh no. Hang on. But let's while I'm sitting here chatting, let's bring up the GME price currently, and we can watch it here for a minute while I'm sitting here shooting the proverbial crap. Let's see where it's at right now. All right, so GameStop 22.21. I'm pretty sure that's live, but I'm going to refresh just in case it is not. Yeah, say 22.41. Okay. Significant difference. Let me put up the 1 month chart here. Yeah. See? So there you go. And even the 5-day chart. Slow downtrend. And that's what they want. That is what they want. They are controlling it. They are manipulating it by you got the SEC chair coming out talking against it. You've got people on CNBC. Not CNBC. Yeah, is it CNBC? I don't know. One of those coming out talking against it, how this is just degenerate gambling. They're touting out former CFTC people, former SEC directors. Oh my God, this isn't investing, blah, 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 blah. And they're trying to salvage their Wall Street cronies by pulling the buy buttons and halting trading and so on and so forth. And now, like I just showed you, trying and obviously to some success manipulating the flow of information on things like Reddit. So why this coordinated effort? Why? Some people are in the pockets of other people. Just saying. Facts are what they are. Cheers, by the way. I know it's just coffee, but still. All right. So as you can see, the price isn't doing too much like it was even a week ago. You can see the peak there, back up in here. Look at that. Yeah, it's definitely not doing what it was doing. Let's while before I kind of go on, let's take a quick look at the AMC stock, because that was another one that was a recipient of that price action. Let me refresh that to make sure we're getting the, there we go. What? No. Yeah, we'll do the 5-day, and you can see just like the GME, it's kind of just petering out there, and 455 here at this point. So again, this is a concerted effort by Wall Street and their cronies to stop you and I from making any money and thumbing or putting our thumbs in the eyes of these people who are manipulating markets on a daily basis. And there's one more tweet I want to bring out here, and I think it kind of sums up exactly what I'm trying to say. I don't know, eloquently, I guess. Here it is. And I think you can see that. I got it at full. Yeah. Okay. So basically, he's putting, listen, this week, the former SEC chair, like I was saying, they touted him out on, I think it was CNBC, said that RoaringKitty manipulated the GME, GameStop shares, by tweeting memes. Let that sink in. They manipulated the GameStop shares by tweeting memes. Anyway, yet this week, and I love this part, Senator Tommy Tuberville is trading options on companies he legislates, and Pelosi's portfolio hits all-time highs, but silence from the SEC chair. And that leads me into where I'm going. He puts it very succinctly here. You've got these congressmen and senators literally operating on insider information. And they're making millions. And we're going to watch a report that I used in the last time I did a similar live stream to this, a Fox News report, where they talk about this entire thing, and they show how much senators and congressmen are earning, like the top earners, with regard to trading on insider information. And man, it's crazy. And here's the thing. This is not political. It's both sides of the aisle. That's why a lot of times you hear me say our government is literally two wings of the same bird. And when I was talking last week about cryptocurrency being a potential political issue, why you and I need to help to educate people and focus people and try to get them to understand the future of this space. And here's the thing, it kind of hit home to me this weekend, for those who were on Crypto on the Rocks, on Saturday, I was getting together with some family, and it ended up being a bigger section of extended family. So I wasn't even expecting to see half of them, but it was nice. It was great. I had a great time. But we started talking a little bit about crypto, and it amazed me how nothing they knew about it. Nothing. And then, so I tried to shift the conversation a little bit to like inflation and prices going up, and just general stuff that we all get, in our lives every single day. And even talking about some of that was kind of like, I mean, beyond the fact that they realize, okay, shit's getting expensive at the grocery store. Yeah, gas is getting expensive. It was like how oblivious they all were. And again, not that they're all, super smart, but they ain't dumb. They're average people who will go out every day and go to work, just trying to make ends meet, pay the bills, maybe have a little bit of fun, that kind of thing. And they were just scarily oblivious. It really concerned me. It really did. But I guess that plays to the point of that's how things are in public in general. People are just trying to get by. And the only way they're going to learn more is if we, or my opinion is if we keep going and trying to educate them and putting this information out, and then start with the influencing of local businesses and local politics and that kind of thing. That's the way we turn the tide. It's going to be a slow, hard process, but the way we turn the tide, because otherwise we get shit like this. Okay. And to the point that last week kind of mentioned it, but just for the idea and the point you need to understand. This week, Nancy Pelosi's portfolio has reached new highs. She made approximately 20 million. You got that? $20 million in the market so far this year. How do you think she did that? You think she's some trading genius? You think she's some like whiz person that understands how to invest in the markets? This happens because she's trading on insider information. Again, something that if you and I did, we would be in jail. But again, it's okay. It's okay for them. And until they're legislated not to do it, they will continue to do it. And Chris is chiming in here, but of course, our government says everything is fine. Well, yeah, of course they do. They don't want panic in the streets because they'll be getting lynched and every other damn thing. I mean, think about it. And that's the thing. I mean, I get it. Not everybody thinks the same way. Not everybody has the same concerns. I mean, what's a priority for you is not necessarily a priority for me, which is the point I was trying to get across in my live stream last Wednesday when I was talking about, is cryptocurrency going to be a political issue for you? Are you going to vote thinking crypto, like for crypto positive people and politicians, sorry. So, I get it. I get it. And, unfortunately, people are headline readers and, they say, oh, CPI is this or inflation is that. And, yeah, they go to the grocery store and eggs went up another $3, but that's okay. Geez, what the hell are these people doing? They blame the companies when in actuality, we all know better. It ain't the companies. Yes, people are too complacent, Automatic Beats. You are correct. I mean, it's again, I kind of feel like, again, they're just people trying to get by, just trying to get by, trying to live their lives, trying to be able to survive, and yet they are putting us, the government, putting us in more debt. I mean, $1 trillion in debt every 90 to 100 days, a new $1 trillion worth. We can't even service the debt we currently have. But yet, let's go spend more. That's all our government does. And then for themselves, they sit here, use insider information to enrich themselves because, rules for thee, not for me, just like the thumbnail I put out there. We got to continue to get this information out there. We just do. And show them the options. And whether that's, if they're older, they probably crypto just, not what they're looking to understand, and probably can't even wrap their head around it for all I know. I say that being a little older guy myself, but I get it. I talk to some, and older than me people, and but they do understand gold. They do understand silver, and they do understand that type of sound money and how well things were when the US dollar was pegged to gold. They remember that. So that piece they can wrap their head around. So, okay, fine. Even if you want, or they want to look at it from that perspective, then great. The education is, we're back to the times where you need a hard asset like gold or silver. You just need to do it, right? You got to prepare. You got to be able to prepare for what's coming. And for the younger generations, it's cryptocurrency. Again, my whole Living on Crypto series, the idea of that, which is why now I'm trying to focus on the Thor chain and Thor swap, because you know what? I got no issue with centralized exchanges. I mentioned it. Crypto Jar had a laugh at what I said about centralized exchanges. I like Coinbase, for example. We happen to be talking about Coinbase at the time, and I said I use it like a public restroom. I go in, I do what I got to do, and I get the hell out. And my crypto comes with me as soon as I can. It's like that's it. I'm not there to like let them hold my money. I'm not there to let them whatever with any of my money. Not your keys, not your coins. End the story. But anyway, I want to play this video. It's a couple of minutes long, from Fox News, where they're talking about how our congressmen and senators are just getting rich hand over fist by using their insider influences to be able to make a crap ton of money. And again, it's not because they're smart people. It's because they have information that you and I don't have. And again, to the point, if you and I did the same thing, the DOJ would be knocking on our door, locking us up. So, all right, let me play this. I'm going to put it up full screen for you, and I'll come back and wrap things up right after that. All right, hang on one second. There we go.
Welcome back to the show from the Heritage Foundation. He's a regional economics research fellow. He's E.J. Antoni. E.J., it's good to see you. So insider trading is not illegal in the U.S. unless you're a member of Congress?
Well, apparently, Liz, Chip Roy, I think, really hit the nail on the head where he said it depends on the kinds of information that we're talking about here. But when you have people who are sitting on sensitive intelligence committees or who have access to foreign data, such as potential coming conflicts, whether that's in Israel or the Ukraine, and these people are turning around and doing things like buying stock in defense contractors before they pass bills that's going to give those defense contractors billions of dollars. I'm sorry, but these kinds of things have to be looked into. And the big irony here, Liz, is the fact that we are talking about people who have banned CEOs and other high-ranking officers in private business from doing exactly the kinds of things that the people in Congress are doing right now.
And I'm just pausing this for a second so you can see some of these numbers on the screen. And they, some of them they put Democrats, some of them they put Republican, but they didn't do it for all of them. I don't know why they didn't do it for all of them. The point is, this is both sides of the aisle. Okay, both sides of the aisle. And look at this. And they happen to be focusing on Democrats here, but again, my point, both sides of the aisle. So it says Democrats beat the S&P by 7 points. Well, how can you do that? Because you know shit that other people don't know before other people know it. You're getting the information ahead of time. And look at some of these numbers. This guy, Brian Higgins from New York, up 200 and almost 39%. Who can do that? Who can do that? Unless you're in some crypto meme coin and, and it goes through the roof, you ain't doing that. Not in the stock market. Look at this one. Representative Mark Green. Don't even know where the hell he's from. No idea. 122%. Crazy. Crazy. I mean, look at them. 80%, 78.5%, 68%. And Nancy Pelosi, which, she's, look at this. We just looked at her meme, at that, at that tweet saying she's up $20 million so far this year. 20 million. And that's only 65.5%. How sad is that? She must be pretty stupid. Just saying. Must be pretty stupid. All right, let this wrap up.
The big issue here is that members of Congress are making directional bets and trades via what are called calls and put options. Calls and put options are bets on the direction of a stock up or down. That can be closely linked to how legislation moves stocks, EJ, and moves the market. I mean, should that be outlawed for members of Congress? Because just look at the trades Nancy Pelosi and her husband are making. They reportedly bought shares of Karuna Therapeutics right before it was sold to Bristol Myers Squibb. That stock nearly then doubled. They also recently bought NVIDIA call options in NVIDIA in late November, reportedly going to make capital gains of millions of dollars. Again, NVIDIA is going to make money on the massive spending in the new CHIPS Act.
Right.
This call option action that the Pelosi's did, it's their largest stock purchase in the last 3 years.
Right. And you know what, Liz, I'm not sure that we necessarily need to ban stock trading, although that would be a good start. But maybe the bigger lesson here is the fact that government is simply too large. When you have these people in Congress who are throwing around trillions of dollars out of the public purse to influence markets that have the potential to move stocks up and down by giving handouts, like you mentioned, to these chip makers, that's the real problem here. We simply have government doing too many things that it simply has absolutely no business doing.
Nancy Pelosi's net worth, the family's, she and her husband, it's soaring to nearly $115 million. Open Secrets says her net worth is up $41 million since 2004.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let's recap that. That's as of this report, which I think was about 3-4 months ago, maybe might be up to 6 months ago. Sorry, I should have looked and I didn't. But her net worth, say $115 million, and that's up $41 million since 2004. How do you think that's happening? Truly. How do you think that that's happening? Obviously, insider trading. And, again, they're in Congress. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, Mike just joined in. Hey, Mike, appreciate you being here. Welcome, sir. All right, there's like another, 30 seconds or something here on this. I'm gonna let it finish out, and then we'll wrap this stream up because I'm already 45 minutes in here. Oops.
I mean, you can make a lot of money, being a member of Congress in ways that the public allegedly doesn't see. I mean, the Pelosi's reportedly netted millions of dollars in profit, EJ, from buying call options on other blue chip stocks like Salesforce.com or Roblox or Disney. They've made well-timed sales as well. I mean, so what we're talking about here is, and you're pointing it out, is what do you do about it? I mean, this just is, we do not want voters to feel any more cynical about DC than they already do. Again,
Yeah,
the
ain't
directional
that the truth?
bets, calls and put options, that can be linked to market moving legislation. When they're making bets like that, these levered bets or those, those directional bets, maybe that's where you start. Maybe say you can't do that.
Oh, certainly, Liz, absolutely. And let's be clear here. It doesn't take a cynic to put 2 and 2 together here and to realize that there is certainly some insider trading, quote unquote, going on.
Exactly.
I mean, the fact is that you simply cannot consistently have the kinds of returns that people like Pelosi do and not be somehow benefiting from information that's not available to the general public.
Got it.
Exactly.
EJ, come back. We'd love having you on. Good to see you.
All right, let's get rid of that. I mean, he just said it better than I can say it. Yeah, that's the only way she and the other members of Congress who are up 200 and something % over the S&P can make that kind of money, because they are operating on insider information. Again, that any other person outside of DC did, they would be arrested and charged and end up in jail like Martha Stewart did, right? It is unfathomable that our elected officials are allowed to do this. It's just unfathomable to me. But yet, again, you've got the former SEC chair last week coming out saying, guess what? RoaringKitty is manipulating GME. But you got Pelosi making 20 million. I don't know. What do you say to that? What do you say to that? Oh, I don't know. That's basically what I got. And I guess to wrap it up, we need to keep going out there. We need to keep trying to make a difference. We need to be educating people. Like I pointed out to you, I thought that a lot of the members of my family would be more in tune with this. One of them was one of my brothers. He was kind of on top of it, but even though he understood it, it was like, yeah, it's kind of low on my priority list as long as I can keep food on the table, kind of thing. And that's just the wrong attitude to have. But the only way those kind of attitudes are going to change is if we're helping to change them through education and try to refocus our local communities by influencing local businesses and by influencing local politicians on the city, state, town, city, town level, and then the state level, and then obviously eventually to the federal level and right up to the presidency. Because like I mentioned last Wednesday in that live stream, you've got political candidates at all levels talking about cryptocurrency right now. And we need to keep that conversation alive. We need to make sure that we have pro-crypto legislators in all levels of government. And we need to be educating even if it's just our immediate circles, as much as possible as we move forward. That's the deal. That's it. That's what I got for today. So just to give you the heads up, and by the way, I appreciate everybody who was here today. I really do. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being active in the chat. Thank you for matter of fact, let me put it back up there, hitting that like button, smash it up. I got a couple people still on Facebook. Get that thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click the bell icon. That way you get notified every time I go live. So what's the rest of the week looking like for me? Tomorrow, myself, FF, and Jar will be live 10 o'clock Matrix Money podcast channel. Link in the description of this live stream for that. Let's see. Wednesday, I will be live again, 10 a.m. on this channel. I'm not 100% sure what I'm talking about yet, but we'll figure that out soon. And then, as always, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Crypto on the Rocks. And I'm transitioning after that to a kind of private chat with whoever that's on Crypto on the Rocks that wants to come and join on Patreon. I'll give you more about that on Friday night during Crypto on the Rocks. Thank you, Automatic Beats. Appreciate that, sir. Again, I hope you all have a great week. Thank you for sharing your Monday with me. And I will see you tomorrow on the Matrix Money podcast. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great day. And hey, take care. I'll see you soon.